I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Oh.
It's more than just your famous host today. How's everybody going? How's everybody living?
Everybody's good. At least I'm good. I don't know about y'all.
Blessed. You know what? I like this. I like how the camera's set up because we got our green side and now we have the black shirt side. We're doing good. I feel
Listen,
very
it's
hopeful
green
about
for
this.
the Eagles.
Great. Gang.
Green for the Eagles today.
I know what it is. And we won today.
There you go. All right, so everybody, as you can see, we have some lovely guests today who are joining us and discussing about kink jars. If you have not been following up, we are going to kind of pull everybody's results after them filling it out. And then we're going to kind of dissect it and kind of see like maybe why we like these things, maybe any other questions we might have about it, and just see where the conversation goes to. So we have Miss Basic and we have Mr. Hennessy. Introduce yourself, ladies first.
Hi, everybody. I'm Basic. You can find me everywhere at Just Basically, co-host of We Got Questions podcast. And thank y'all for having us. I appreciate it.
Oh, we love it.
Thanks for coming.
I know. We're so happy to have you guys. And how about you, Mr. Hennessy?
Mr. Hennessy, okay. Mike Hennessy. That's usually what I go by on here. Of course, one of the co-hosts of We Got Questions podcast. And follow me Instagram, TikTok. I'm not Facebook because it's personal. But eventually I'll follow me on there. Mike Hennessy 215 on all platforms, and you know I'm pretty much a household name for myself because I see if I look myself up, you'll find me. So
exactly. And of course, Miss D.
Hello, Miss D. You can follow me on Instagram, FetLife, TikTok. It's always Miss D MZDE, and it's usually an X there. Try it; it'll probably work. You'll probably find me. But I'm excited to have you guys here, and I'm hoping that you guys are living up to your name and you're going to ask us all the questions because that's what we really want.
Exactly. Oh yeah, definitely. And of course, you have me, your fancy lady who's on every fucking podcast ever at this point. Who's always fucking doing something. Your fancy lady, Miss J here. For anything kink related, of course, you know you can find me on social media platforms as Obey Miss J. Only kinky conversations there, please. If you try to ask me on my personal ones, we're gonna have beef and you will be blocked. Let's remember that, guys. Miss J's time is money. Obey Miss J. That is an order for free, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. So, what are we here for, guys? What are we excited the most about filling out our jars? Like, what was your guys' process or any curiosities you have?
So mine was a little difficult, I think, because I was looking at it like, okay, so I was like, am I answering this for what I like or what I like to do to someone else or what they want to? So I was just like 50-50 on it, like, okay, like deep throating, like, well, obviously not deep throating because but I was like, okay, choking, like, am I answering that because I like to get choked or I want to be choking these bitches out? So it was difficult. So I have like two answers for each question. I feel like I have two separate things.
Yeah. I think for mine, I just filled it out. Like I had to fight the urge to just fill out everything full score because I'm always down for everything until I'm not anymore. And then I'm just like, yeah, maybe today I'm not into it. So it was an urge. But how about you guys? How did you guys feel about yours?
You go, Basic.
I just took it as things that either I'm currently interested in, things that interest me, pique my y'all. Please don't mind these.
It's all the time. It's all the time.
Either things I'm currently interested in, either things I'm currently interested in, things that pique my interest, or things that things that I'm interested in or might want to try. So like, I took it in the instance, not necessarily whether I like it done to me, but if it interests me, if I would do it.
You're a little curious, maybe. Just
yeah.
You would try it. Okay.
All right.
So because we've done this before, and as far as like filling out the charts and stuff, we've had like conversations around it. and talked about like the things that we're into. But I even feel like ever since those episodes, we've probably expanded upon it a little bit more.
Exactly.
Like we've probably had experiences where we've done a little bit of those kinks or something like that. So I would say some of them on there. It ain't that I got questions. It's just more or less just hearing everybody else's thoughts on it when it comes to that, you know, like so. Yeah.
I think that's what inspired like this episode, because I did watch the episode you guys did, and that's I was like, you know what? I was telling Ms. D, I was like, my little kinky heart was like, first of all, I love your guys' ambition. I was like, but that's not what that means, or whatever. I was like, it could mean this, it could mean that. You know, just with the love of it all. And I was like, you know, and then I realized it has been a year, and I was like, maybe they're more curious about things, whatever. Let's see how to do that, because not many people are actually very open about discussing these things in general. They get shy about it, they feel judgment, and like we don't offer that. Like, this is a safe zone. You know, say the thing, just say it, express yourself, and then let's go through that journey together. I love learning, I love figuring stuff out, you know, about people. I think it's fascinating. I love learning people's kinks. That's like my date question.
We don't get the yums. So this is the kink jar part 2.
Yums.
The extended, the updated version of your list.
Girl. Yeah. Exactly. So let's start. Who would like to go first?
You want me to take it? I'll take it.
Go ahead, Mike.
I got you.
Yeah, let's see the way you colored yours in, and if it has anything to do with how much you like it.
It doesn't. It just has everything to do with my fingers being so fat that I couldn't necessarily do it. Like, I didn't know. Like, look at my pinky. My pinky and my thumb is like, I got big hands. It's hard to.
That's a kink. Don't worry about it.
So
somebody out there.
I got a question.
Like, why is that bottom one a little blood orange though? That's the problem.
Because you really must
kept pressing it. You really like it.
That one is every jar to the top. So that means you really like all of these. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's be real about this, right? Okay. I filled them all in, but it was almost like I did realize that. Oh, I think I'm supposed to fill them in based off of like, you know, how much I like it. So now we'll just talk about it.
So let's talk about it. I like that. Let's talk about it. Okay, so I want to talk about the nylon.
Yep.
I just learned about that, and I heard that is like when you're wearing, a woman's wearing like sexy clothes and lingerie and fishnet stockings and all that other stuff, right? I like that shit. I think that turns me on sometimes more than just seeing naked. It's like looking at you in this stuff. It's like something makes me want to like do it even more. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah. So nylon is definitely it's like a certain material that you're wearing. Yeah.
Yes.
I know some people. I don't know. That was very interesting to have nylon on. I feel like usually it's like leather or like pleather. Like you usually see like people like
that's what I thought.
Like, yeah, like that's what I thought I was gonna see on there. I was surprised.
When I read it, I was like, yes.
I think the nylon, if I remember correctly, that pretty much stemmed from the fetishizing of the 1950s wear and secretary. Yeah. Like, mind you, the sexy thigh high type situation or nylons has to also have like the ridge at the end. That was very popular. So that actually like really started that, you know, because that's something I like. I personally feel though, because I also like nylon, but I think it's because of the fact of you could tear it. You know what I mean? You have to get to the prize by ripping it. Usually, you don't have to be delicate, but that's also primal. So
I didn't realize. I didn't know what nylon was, so it's definitely not filled in on mine. But I didn't. I didn't think of it in terms of like Mike was saying, like the fishnets. Like I have the full fishnet, like like whole body thing. But I didn't know that that's what that like bridged over into. Yeah. Of course I didn't know what nylon was. So
but like even like your regular like not like your stockings, your regular like nylon stockings. Like I love the feeling of that like on my skin. It's just like something about it. Like especially if you have like a nylon like bodysuit, like that's a good joint to put on.
I think it's definitely very sexy, very feminine, you know, feminine. So like I feel like it intensifies, it makes you feel, you know, like it puts you on that level of like being a grown woman or whatever, depending what age you're starting out, whatever. It branches out and we love that.
What else does Mike have on his list?
Yeah, so oh, that's you. Oh my goodness. Everything's freezing. Merry Christmas. There we go. He has hair pulling, choking.
Is the hair pulling like for you? Like you want your hair pulled?
Yeah, that don't matter to me. Yeah, you can do both.
Okay. Go off.
I mean, you're not gonna have me facing a wall and you pulling my hair. Like, no. That's a little different. That means I'm getting pegged. Like,
No.
Okay.
Wow. I think you just dived off a cliff and you didn't even have to go there.
Right.
Nobody even brought that up. Like,
nobody said that.
No one said that.
You just got a little off.
It's okay.
Right.
This is a
No
safe
one
space,
suggested
guys.
this. It was a simple
Oh, we know.
question.
I know.
Do you like to have your hair pulled?
It was very simple question.
Yeah.
So I mean, I apologize, y'all. This is my randomness. This is how I am all the time.
No, it's okay.
I am doing
I
so
just
much.
felt
Basically
like-
cussing me out. I haven't
You
talked to
know
her
what?
all week, so it gives her a chance to be little brother stuff. But go ahead.
No, I think what's wild about that is that like you made that statement and like that's the only thing that can represent is you getting pegged. And I'm just like, you know how intimate that is? I was like, it doesn't have to deal with that. Like for my own partners, especially like when they have a hair fetish in general, like caressing their scalp or whatever, just like grabbing the back and just like pulling and just like letting them know, like, baby, you look good as shit today, or whatever. Like it could be intimate, it has nothing to do just with that, but
yeah,
it's okay.
No,
No judgment. It does, little.
I wanted to take it to the last level.
I love like a good hair pulling situation, but I like hair anyway. Like I like when my partner resistes my locks and washes my hair. So yeah, all the things to do with my hair. Yeah,
I got that. So what was another one? I can't see that one. Let's see. What was another one? So you're one that was double
voyeurism.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about.
It's so dark. I feel like you hit it so many times.
You were
right. I feel like he colored that in intensely, like extra strong.
Yeah,
back over it a lot.
He hit that a lot. I feel like you might like to watch. You might just a little bit.
Good.
You might like
he just like.
So I honestly believe, and this is just me. I think it happens with a lot of people, but they probably don't know it. Being young and watching porn very early in my life, I've always like been interested in just looking at it. Like I wanted to see like a live setting what that would look like. Like I don't feel myself getting aroused by it or nothing like that. I think just the act of staring and looking at it is just something to me.
Have you ever? I think I've asked you this before, but have you ever in person? Have you watched people have sex in person?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if you hear it yet or not. My cousin like had sex directly next to me on the floor and didn't even know it. And I just turned and looked at him. I was like, "You ain't going to continue on what you doing, brother." Like,
but I mean, you actively like
yeah, like you were
invited to a space.
I've never personally do it. I've seen people doing stuff before and just kind of stare for a little while, but I've never like sat inside of like an actual like a party or been at a place where people are actively doing that.
Maybe you should experience that.
Yeah. I think it's such a gateway, honestly. Like I love that. I love watching.
No, I don't think it has to be because I'm somebody that like visits clubs and parties often, and I a lot of times don't do anything. I just enjoy watching. Like I love going and experiencing it. But I also feel like that's like a part of like my ADHD because I think I get hella dopamine just by being in the space. I just love like the sexual energy, the space, and I like watching. Like, and I'm totally satisfied just by that, and I go fuck home.
Yeah. So like for me, when I'm watching someone, like, well, it depends on the mood and who the person is, but like I take great enjoyment on cheering people on. So I'm like, okay, get it on. You need some snacks, you need some water, guys. Making sure they're taken care of because you know what? It's a beautiful thing when people can express themselves, especially sexually and openly, and in a safe space. I want them to feel good about themselves. They're making that leap, whatever. And again, like part of our show is like not everything sexual, like not everything has to be sexual. Not everything has to be. It's the pure enjoyment, what you get from it doesn't have to be like just super naughty, sexy stuff.
Right.
It's just enjoying the moment. And and it should be like one of the things is to destigmatize that. Like you don't have to like just because you're watching somebody fuck doesn't mean you want to fuck them.
Right.
Exactly. I get that all the time, like because people know that I like to go out to events and clubs and all that, and they feel like I am hands down as with 30 people behind me. And no, I'm literally sitting there like with a drink, like hanging out,
like
Yeah.
some snacks. I'm patting them dry. I'm like, girl, you doing so good.
Like,
Right.
yeah, it doesn't have to.
I
be
love
like
that shit. Nah,
So-
I love encouraging.
Real quick before y'all continue on, we want to say, we do have people from our side that has joined
Sure.
in. I'm saying hi to them as we go along.
Sure.
So thank y'all for coming in and watching the podcast. I see you, Craig. I see you, Carell. Cardi too. Hey, what's going on, y'all? So
How are you
Just
making
saying
it
hi.
come up on their screen? What are you? How?
I didn't do that. They're doing
Oh,
that.
I'm doing
I
it.
just-
She's doing
okay,
it.
I was gonna say what the
I forgot.
Listen.
I was so into the conversation. I forgot that this is part of what I got to do.
So we got questions, but most of the time, like we are interacting with our people that are coming on too, and just saying hi or having small
Yeah.
conversations because a lot of them are participating, and stuff like that. So, but based off of what y'all are saying, like I can, it sounds a lot better than I guess what I was thinking. Like I'm glad that
Yeah, I think
everybody's
most
like,
people
I don't
think
want
it's
to touch
scary.
you. Yeah, I don't want to touch you.
Yeah.
And I think people are scared of that. So
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the other things that we also made our show for, because it's like we all have this one interpretation of things sometimes, and it's something that's way like it doesn't even have to be that. Like that's not it's not hardcore, it's nothing. Just enjoy. Just enjoy.
Yeah.
If it makes you happy, try it out. I usually say if it's legal, it's good. That's it. Just
Yeah.
enjoy yourself. But
Okay.
there you go.
All
So
right.
let's see.
We're
We
going
got
on.
our next one.
I'm sorry, y'all. My blood orange might be a fun thing for me. So I don't know.
Okay.
It
I
might
mean,
be.
another dark one is orgasm denial.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fun. I don't know. I just feel like I'd like to.
Mhm.
I don't know. Some borderline.
So
What's
like
that? Edgy?
edging.
No edging.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah,
Okay.
like in the midst of it, I'm warming up more and more to that.
Basic
I'm,
space is
stopping
like,
and
what
going.
is happening here?
We've
Here's
had
the
this
funny part.
conversation.
No,
We've had this conversation.
it's funny because what we have done before. I don't remember all of his. I did notice that some things that you had colored in on ours, you don't have them colored in anymore.
Okay.
I did notice some of those, but it's also funny because like we've had conversations about this in the past on some of our shows. And Mike, while he is interested, he is also can be timid in whether or not he wants to actually do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm listening for his responses because he can say, he'll be like, yeah, no, we'll still be like, and I'll be like, Mike, have you done it? No. What are we doing?
It's the imagination. It's the
Yeah.
thought of it. But it's like
Yeah.
it's just like I said, it's about the right person to do that with.
Yes.
True, because a lot of
I'm
things,
with-
especially with kinks, you have to have a trust.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. Exactly. Like
And that's the biggest part is like, how do I get the person to tap in with me
Yeah.
if that's the case?
communication is usually the first part.
Yeah.
Communication. I'm the type especially like I was talking about this recently, like in some group where they have like the BDSM test. And I said, when I'm with a group of friends or even like a group of new people, whatever, if they start talking about things, I'm like, everybody hurry up, take this test. I need to know everybody's shit. And we're going to talk about it because I want to see. No, I am. I love it. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Or they'll see like 99% vanilla. I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna happen, my guy. We gotta have a deeper conversation.
Right.
But I think it's just like different ways to do it and just the communication and conversation. And I think again, everybody's nervous about discussing these things. And I'm just like, just say it. Me, Alex, I'm blessed and cursed with just saying the first shit that comes out of my mouth. I don't give a shit. I'm like CNC all day. I talk about that shit like nothing, and I shouldn't.
What is CNC?
That was on the jar list. It was
when it gets to mine.
No, I know what it is.
Consensual.
Now.
Okay,
I don't play with that. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that's the one I have. Is that the one I have a heart on it? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You put hearts on yours, not you.
I told you. I was very proud showing my peoples. I want
to see basics list. I kind of want to see.
I'm excited.
What is it giving?
Right. Let's go. 1, 2, and
purple. Okay.
That threesome is the one basic. I didn't see that last time.
Was it not on there last time? It should have. I mean, it might not have been.
I would ask.
I mean, it's a little film. Are you just thinking about it? Okay, just thinking about it. It's something. An idea.
No, I mean, I would do it. I would with the right people. I would. Yeah.
What kind would it be? Would it be like 2 guys, 2 girls, guy and a girl? What kind would it be?
I don't know. I don't necessarily have. I don't know.
Come on, basic.
That's good.
I could do 2 girls.
Love that.
It's a fiesta.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, I think that's.
But and there was a time where it was absolutely out of the question.
Yeah, but I think that's a lot of things, because I remember being very like, I would never ever like any of these things, but in secret, I'm like, we're fucking going to the hub and shit, looking at shit up, like, taking care of business, and I'm like, wait, I am into this shit. Fuck, it's about being honest. I'm figuring out your journey, but let's see. So we have that. We have, what was the one I was curious about? We have choking a little more overfold.
I like a good choke. I like a little asphyxiation. I like a little hand around the neck. I'll choke however you want to.
Oh, however you want. But okay, but how do you like? How is your preferred choking style?
I just don't want to be choked to the point where I pass out. I don't want scary choke, but I will. No. We can do hand around the neck. I can be choking on it. Whatever you. I'm okay with the choking. Just don't kill it.
See, I'm not okay with like cutting my air off.
Yeah, I don't want to pass out.
I want pressure points on the side.
Yeah,
just a nice, that, but not a.
Right, I don't want to be scared I'm gonna pass out. I don't want that. Yeah. I don't want to scream, but I do I understand.
Take it to the point.
I understand the point of choking. Right. I understand the point of even holding your breath to a certain point. But don't make me feel like this might be my last night. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Or and if you do though, give me a countdown. Let me know it's gonna be over. Give me a countdown, a hold it.
Right.
1, 2.
I didn't ever think about that.
Oh yeah. Do a countdown. If you're gonna take it to the max, give me a countdown.
Yeah.
Nah.
Push it to the limit. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. No, I think one of the ways, because I'm a little more hardcore with things, I'm in a lot of primal play, and that comes into play a lot. So it's when I get choked out, I challenge that shit, which is, if you're not trusting your partner, don't do that.
Yeah.
If you don't know them like that, don't do that shit. But what they'll do is that we'll do double eye blink. That's when they know they have to calm down with it. Nonverbal cues and stuff like that is very important with that, because at the same time I'm saying one thing, I'm actually meaning another. Yeah, but that's the thing too. It's
a little scared.
I'm a little feisty. Exactly. I love that shit. I'll tell a motherfucker harder, little bitch. Come on, let's go. And no, I love it.
I already know it's on her list.
Yeah, look.
I'm not gonna challenge you too much.
She just covered the whole list. The whole thing is just.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Your what is that?
Degradation.
Degradation.
But that's the thing too. Not everybody can do it.
You started saying things. I heard you. I was like, oh, okay, she cursing.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's the thing too. Is but it's a very fine dance. I can't. If I'm not in a trusting level with you, and we never had that conversation.
That part.
We boxing. You're not talking to me like that. Only the person that I already had that communication with can talk to me in a certain way, but it's also in a session, an agreed session. You're not just disrespecting me nilly-willy. Is that shit? That shit that's flying.
You just walking down the street, you talking to me wild.
Because I'm I'm going to jail today. I'm going to jail today.
Hold up, but look. That pregame is everything.
Yeah, but again, that's a communication. No,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. The pregame is everything. But if you know
I've
your
had
partner,
it, like I said, I've had a situation where a partner would say something, and it'll make my friends around me look like, bitch, she talks to you like that. I'm like, oh no, that's daddy. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. And I'll be like, don't be talking to me like that. But we know what we're doing.
Right.
And that's part of the play, that's part of the dance, and we live for that.
Mhm.
But yeah, everything gets to choking. There's different ways, and we love it. It's good. All right. So what's another one we got here? Spanking. We have threesomes. We talked about deep throating.
I feel like deep throating is very high. Also, wow.
Yeah. Go off, Queen. We love that.
I'm down.
Yeah.
You down? She's so wild about it.
In what way is your favorite position to receive that?
I like a lot of them. What is my favorite? That's a hard one.
She has so
I know
many.
if it helps, I know my favorite one is over the bed or like a chair or something if I'm upside down.
Yeah,
that's what
I do like.
ask.
Yeah,
that's like
if I'm head off the bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the throat's open all the way. You're getting all
it allows more because I've had certain angles where it's hard for me because of where the positioning that it is for me to deep throat it, and that's frustrating because you're like, I'm trying, but I can't get to it because we're at a weird angle, right?
Right.
But that does lead to like where they have a better vantage point, and it opens up more. So
yes.
Exactly.
That is the top tier position, I think.
Top fucking tier.
Yeah.
Go off. We love that. Yeah. So here's a question too. Do we have anything else we want to talk about on here?
I kind of want to talk about a one that you don't have filled out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about some things like you are just like not willing to do.
So there is one that I did miss that I'm noticing that I missed. The one next to voyeurism. I am newly sort of exploring anal.
Oh,
we love that.
Okay.
But it is missed.
The face confirmation is everything, yo.
Yeah. I mean, what?
Like newly exploring, like orally or newly experience, like penetration.
Penetration.
Oh, okay.
Penetration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
And you're liking this?
Yes.
It's a good side. It's a good side to be on.
That's good.
The yes is everything right now. Yes.
I love it. She's standing on it,
Yeah. She said, but I meant to fill that one out.
Yeah. I meant to do that. She checked it. She was like, nah. We don't have my jars correct.
I'm completely against knife play. It's a little dangerous for me.
Miss J about to talk about something.
So I know it's scary for a lot of people. And again, I think if you're not into a little more hardcore stuff and you don't have a super trust in your partner, I get it.
Yeah.
However, you don't actually have to use a knife. You don't have to. They have a lot of ceramic stuff now. They have wooden ones. It's just like the sensation.
I've seen the wooden ones before. Yeah.
The wooden ones.
Sensation works. That's the problem.
So it's mind you, most of the stuff is fantasy, right? So we're building it. It's all in our head. So like if you're doing like, let's say, kind of a CNC situation, and you want to include a knife play into it, you're doing a kidnap scene, let's say that, or something like that with your partner. You're doing a little home burglary type shit. I don't know. People do that shit. I wouldn't do that part because that's too much. I'm boxing somebody breaks in my house. It's just
right.
But it's like the sensation goes. It's like it's the danger of it, right? Because when your eyes or like when you're covered, you have to open up your other senses more, so your skin is more sensitive. So when you're feeling the dragging of the item, you're nervous about it, you're scared, the fear, whatever the heck, whatever body gets me, I get thrilled. I'm like, let's go. So I'm a little different, but depending on what you're into, it can go into that. It's also the coldness. So like if you do actually use a blade or just something metal, because there's also like other tools in kink that are just like for the cold effect. It's also just for the metal effect of it. It just feels good.
Yeah.
Because it's all the sensation of everything. So it just heightens. It depends on what you're into.
Okay. It sounds better. I still don't want to do it.
That yes was loud.
My yes,
funny.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, knife play is a no for me. Really? So wait, you don't have water sports filled out at all. So
I don't have
you
what?
wouldn't- You don't
Water
have water
sports.
sports filled out at
Ain't
all.
no
Because I don't
thought.
know if I completely know what that is.
Okay.
Peeing.
So it could be yes, yep. So it's just like, would you give or receive that? Or also, some people also qualify squirting as a water sport. I don't, but I hear a lot of people qualify squirting as a water sport. So, I mean, if you're a person that
I'm
likes
glad
the
you just said
squirter,
that, 'cause that was
you
my
tap
question.
into water sports. So,
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've seen videos, like I said, once again on my little porny life. I've seen videos where women like just keep doing that shit over and over and over again. I'm like,
yes.
okay. But then I've seen videos where it's just straight urine the whole entire time.
Yeah.
hmm
It
Yeah,
depends on the person.
it depends on the person. Some of it online is definitely fake and like not squirting and it's just fake. But yeah, there is definitely a difference. But I don't
Fantasies.
know. Some people are into it. Some people. I have never been peed on, but I had peed on somebody, and it wasn't bad. Like I was like, I could do that.
Basically, why you facing?
I think.
No, I'm just listening.
No, I think definitely.
She's like,
being the
I
giver.
wanna be peed
Yes, easy
if
peasy.
you met somebody and they were like A1, top 10 person, like, and he was just like, every now and then, I just want you to pee on me. Would you do it,
He's a 10, but
basically?
he wants you to pee
I
on him.
don't know.
Just
He's a 10
every
again.
now. He doesn't need it all the time, but just like 3 times a
I
year. he
think
needs
I
you to
would
pee on him.
consider it because I'm not so closed off where I'd be like, no, but I think it might be hard for me to, like, the mental block would definitely be there for a minute because I equate it with degradation in my mind. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so to me, it would be a form of degradation to him, and he might be into that, which I also have to take into consideration. I personally am not, but that's what it was. So it'd be a slight mental block. I don't know if I'm not into degrading my partner.
No,
but
I like
I have to be open
Yeah,
to the fact that he might want me to do that.
Yeah. But what if he doesn't present it as like you are degrading him by peeing on him or however he puts it? What if he's just like, I look at it like it's a blessing. Like, I love to receive this from you. I look at it like you are showering me with love. What if it's presented that way? It's not a negative thing. Does the perception change at all?
Possibly.
Okay.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I was going to say this real quick. It's always dope to hear people that's in their life because y'all make it sound so much cuddly. Like, oh,
because it's
be
really
okay.
not this hard.
This kink isn't going to really fuck
Yeah.
you up. It's just going to, you just got to like
Because
let it
it
just
is.
ride. And I'm like, oh.
Like, okay, let's try it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, you know what?
Please
Here's
don't
if I can actually rephrase the question Ms. D just asked, because I actually saw this on, believe it or not, a Bad Girls episode like a billion years ago, and they were talking about when you're in the middle.
Come on.
I don't know, but this was like a billion years ago when this episode came out, and I remember watching it, and it actually sparked that conversation. And it was, what if you're in the middle of intimacy and it's the best sex, like you don't want to stop, whatever, but you gotta go, and you're like, babe, stop, I gotta go, and he's like, nah, just do it. Would you let them? Would you release yourself on them while they're still going? And they were like, nah, I'm not into, peeing on my partner, like da da da. And I'm just like, just do it. Like, you're still getting banged out. It's you feeling good, they're feeling good.
If they said it, I would try, but I don't think I could because like if I'm aroused, I just can't pee. Like, it's just not happening. I'm just not.
I'm just doing it. I don't give a shit. I'm not stopping, especially if you're in that spot.
That's so messy. Like,
it's not my bed. It's not my bed. I don't care. It's not my bed.
No,
none of these motherfuckers come in my house. Nobody comes in my house.
I mean, I don't care even if it's like at somebody else's house. Like, the only time, okay, I have done it. I have participated in water sports, but I have done it in a bathroom, in a tub, standing over them. You know what I'm saying? That's an easier cleanup. Who's doing that in the bedroom? Y'all are wild for that.
Thank y'all. I appreciate that. No, it's just like it's definitely gonna be communication because some people have icks, and not to yuck nobody's yum. Like we respect everybody's thing, whatever floats your boat. But also communication is key. If your partner does not like it, don't force them into it. Don't try to be like, well, if you love me, nah, shut the fuck up. Don't do that shit. Because you messing up the trust. You're trying to you wouldn't want them to force you to do something. Don't do it. Have that communication. And if you got to get it, if you're okay with getting somewhere else, like talking to a partner, because that's one of the reasons why I do what I do, go find somebody else who's into that shit, not me.
Girl, let's look at your list. Let's just pull it out because I know the whole thing is painted. So let's just get it over with. Look at this. Look at this. Damn. Look at this. I knew it. I knew it. Wow.
I was so proud too.
Wait, no feet? Okay.
You know what? It's, believe it or not, I'm starting. I had a good conversation with somebody recently about it. I'm into grooming. So I'll do a spa treatment with my man, or they'll do mines, and then we'll take care of each other. So that's a thing. Jewelry, the ankle bracelet type shit. We love that. It's a bonding thing. But I'm not sucking toes. Again, not judging nobody. I'm not into that. It's not my thing. Because if it touches ground, it's not for me. It's not for me.
It's not for me.
It's not for me. But it's a situation of just being intimate. I would put if I had a interest in feet, it would be something along the lines of worshiping the body, not just the foot. It's worshiping the partner. It's not. Yeah. Oh, I did put 2 hearts on these things. Of course I did.
Yeah, I saw that, girl. I saw that.
I'm very proud. Very proud. So I love them all pretty much. Tickling, except for that shit. Don't do that shit.
You don't like, because honestly,
I don't like fucking tickling. I'm not here to giggle while we're doing shit. Okay.
I'm
not here to giggle
tickled on a regular day. Don't do it then.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you doing this to me?
So wait, hold on. I don't think any one of you 3 had tickling on there. Everybody's no to tickling.
Yeah, no tickling.
No tickling.
Yeah.
I hate being tickled. Period.
I don't like it either. I don't understand why people enjoy it. I just don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go off, but I don't know. Not for me. That's it.
Yeah.
What was another one? Nylons, that should have been filled out a little bit because I do have an interest in it, but I wouldn't say it's anything super hardcore for me compared to the other ones. Let's see. What is the one that was really crazy? Oh, another one I don't really like, orgasm denial. I have fought with partners about that. Do not tell me I can't come. Do not tell me. And you definitely not doing that thing where now you ain't getting none. I'm I can go find 2 other people right now. Don't fuck with me. Do not fuck with me.
Right.
And we'll fuck in your bed. Don't fuck with me. So
it is terrible.
I get very passionate. Oh yeah. But they love it, to be honest. My people love it.
Can I ask about what is pet play? You have that
yes,
but I don't know what that is.
To me, pet play is something that I dabble with on and off, but it goes to more of being catered to in a way where I don't have to think, I don't have to do nothing. I just look cute, and I'm wearing usually animal ears, or I'll have a tail on or something. You dress for the occasion, so to speak.
Okay.
And I don't do nothing besides be a fucking lap cat or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. I'm just living my best life, and I ain't doing shit. I'm very spoiled in all my things. I don't do shit.
So I have seen women that walk around with the tails, right?
Yeah.
But the tail isn't like a tail that you tie onto the panty or something. It's an actual plug.
It would be like a plug sometime.
Yeah, anal plug. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would do that
with a
too.
tail?
Yeah.
So what was the question?
You gonna get a tail to practice on your...
I actually have one.
Oh,
I love
Go ahead.
I love that.
What color is it?
Pink.
Oh, I got a gray one.
Oh my gosh, mine's is pink and purple.
I want a fox one. Mine looks like a cat tail.
The fox ones are so cute.
The fox ones are so cute. I really want a fox one.
They're adorable.
Oh my gosh, I love this. This group is amazing. This group is fucking amazing.
I was about to say, Henny, do you have a tail?
No.
Would you want a partner to wear a tail?
It sounds like fun.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Basically, why would I have?
First of all, he was definitely answering your question and not mine. Let's just make a note of that. He was answering Miss J's question and not Miss D's question.
Right.
No, you asked me. You asked me, did I have one? And I'm like, no.
Well.
Yep.
Well. So, just to keep it moving, for CNC, you guys know what that is, huh?
Wax play? You're very low on that.
Oh, I like wax play. I love it.
But you have like hardly anything in there. It's like
no. I like it, but here's the thing. No, that's like a quarter of a bottle because it's not like I don't need it. Like so the way I did my list and filled my jars was if I was in a session at that moment, what would I prefer?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I rated everything.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever experienced wax play before?
No.
Okay. How about you, Mike?
Wax play?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like a certain level of pain. That's probably what it is for me. Like, I think I've heard people say I don't know. It don't necessarily always be pain. Like if somebody does it right, it will give you a burning sensation, but it won't be painful. Like
because wax cools quickly.
It does cool quickly. I experienced it twice. I don't like it. Mm-hmm. I don't like that stingy sensation. I'm not a stingy person in anything. I don't like stingy flung. Yeah. So
we talked about that in one of ours. I don't like stinging. I prefer a thuddy feeling. So if you are giving, if it's sting, I'm not
if
for
it's it. Sting, I'm not for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like a thud. I don't like a sting.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so wax play doesn't work. But I love like to watch people get wax and then like people shave it off them like with the cards and stuff. I love to watch it, but it is just not for me to have on my body.
No, I get it. I know it's like something that as much as I like it, I like watching people go through it. Because I personally feel like I'm more physical with things, and I feel like wax play is a little slow for me because you'll feel the sting and then like the continued drips or whatever, depending on what you're doing. It's too slow for me, if that makes sense. I'm like, no, you're wasting my time. But
so can I ask this? Sure. When it comes to the wax play, is there a particular area that you should be in? Like, should you not be going to certain areas, or is it no limits to where you can go?
I personally say anything with open orifices, no face. I don't know, unless you're into that.
Anytime I've had it done, it's been like on my back and butt area. Anytime I've seen it done, it's usually on their back, butt, like thighs, and then chest. But yeah, I've never seen it like
mine's is always on the chest
down there or on somebody's face. I've never seen it on anybody's hands or feet either. It's just like big areas that's easy to get off.
A lot of fleshy and fat area. That's where you usually put it at. If anybody's doing it the other ways, they're either knowing more than we fucking do, or they're very skilled, or they're doing it wrong.
Yeah,
like let's be real, like because rule of thumb, especially if you're playing in anything might damage your body, because a lot of this stuff possibly has that potential. You want to do the safe thing. And again, fleshy, like more meat is better. Go to those areas so it can control. You don't want to go anything, again, no orifices that can be harmed or can cause other situations. You don't want to do that, or cause infection. We don't want that.
Yeah.
Again, the goal is to play for multiple times and not just for a short time.
Yes. We're not trying to damage nobody out here.
Yeah, shit. But let's see.
Thank you for that.
Definitely. Of course, the ones that have harsh one is the CNC and breeding. The nylon, I'm surprised I didn't have that filled out. Feet was hell no for me. Tickling, fuck no.
Now, Mike, I believe breeding, you didn't have that marked on yours, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't see that on
I know we talked about it last time.
Right, you did have it last time, and you
did
have
it. You changed your mind?
Have you changed your mind?
Let me talk about this. So breeding, when I learned what it was, I think I said I was going to change it. I was like, oh no. I'm not into like trying to have like kids. I think I'm just into the cream pie.
No, that's not what breeding is.
I know.
Okay.
I've heard about it, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. No, that might not be my twist.
Okay.
What do you understand it to be?
Now,
Yeah.
I think it's more or less like isn't it like pregnant or something like that? I think it's somewhere around there.
Like what?
Like
What,
someone
getting
like you get
someone-
someone pregnant or something like that.
So it's so many different levels to breeding, but that could be a part of it. And it doesn't
Mhm.
necessarily have to be actually getting somebody pregnant.
It's like the
Some
thought,
people
right?
definitely take it that far, but sometimes people just like want the fantasy, the idea. Like, you know, I like the fantasy. Still, I'm fully on birth control, having sex with a condom, and I want the fantasy. Let's pretend that you're doing it. That's also part of like a breeding game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's for. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I ain't saying that.
Oh, okay. So, like for me, when it comes to breeding, it's the ultimate submission for me because, like, it's the fantasy of the foal. Give me 1 second. I hear like a reverb.
Yeah, I think Mike, you
I
might
think
have
it's
an
Miss
echo on
D.
yours.
It ain't me. I'm mute when y'all talk.
No, I just muted it for right now.
Okay.
So when it comes to breeding, for me anyway, it's like the ultimate submission, ultimate kind of kink because like I usually say like, oh, like the only person who gets to experience that is somebody I fully trust, somebody who, God forbid anything happens, we know what the plan is because that ain't happening. I'm not having nobody's kid. I ain't looking to do that. I'm the fun auntie. I ain't doing that shit.
Right.
I'm the fun auntie. That's it. But it's a situation of like, I think what is the one of the things I say? It's like claiming. It's about claiming. That's the word I was looking for. It's about claiming the person entirely because that's the ultimate way. Of course, there's other ways, but that's how I look at it. But it always makes me laugh, like especially when I'm with a partner. And I was like, yeah, go ahead, do the thing. And then they're just like, but I have a condom on. I'm like, yeah, just say it. Just fucking say you're doing it. Shut up.
Right.
You're ruining the moment.
Fake the phone.
just fake it out. You know, we know what's good. Like we know. But I think it's like everybody's different. I personally like it the way I like it. And like I said, it is what it is. But let's see. How about Miss D now? Let me get yours open.
I barely remember what I put, but it shouldn't be. It's bad, but not.
First of all, wait, what's that?
There's
one?
some that are like
overly filled.
Yeah,
we love that for you. We love that for you, girl.
Because again, I was answering them with two different viewpoints.
Yeah, mindset.
Yeah,
I think the best way was probably do 2 different colors for that, like what we wanted. Like and such, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see. You have the water sports that's overfilled. I'm saying overfilled because that's how I'm reading it.
It is very overfilled.
Very overfilled. We love that. We have, of course, voyeurism, anal. You know, we didn't talk the fine down. We're gonna talk about that too. Being tied up. I love that for you. I always do that. I love that for you so much. Breeding, duh. Me and you, girl. I was actually surprised. Overstimulation. I was surprised that for you.
Okay. So I like that in both forms. So, okay. For myself, I like it, but not all the time. Like, because it is a lot. It is so overwhelming with somebody doing so many different things to your body. But also, like, it is just a great time to have. Like, it's great. And I also like doing that to someone. Like, I like touching them in multiple different ways, and a lot of things happen at their body at the same time, and incorporating toys and just like a lot of different feelings and a lot of different things all at once. Yeah.
I love that.
That's what I don't. I don't know if I don't like it, and I also don't know if I like it.
Okay.
I think part of me thinks that I wouldn't be able to focus, and then that might distract me from focusing on the pleasure. You know what I mean? Because I'm so busy trying to like.
Okay.
There's so many things happening at the same time that I wouldn't be able to focus on the feeling. So part of me thinks that would be a distraction as opposed to pleasure. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So maybe it's a matter of how many things are happening.
So I agree with you, and I definitely have felt that feeling like, oh, I'm distracted, I just can't lock in. So I definitely don't think I can, for me personally, I can't get a lot of things at once. I need to focus. Let's focus in on one thing at a time. Let's build it up. I'm talking about like we have gone like maybe a time or two, and like we're already, senses are already heightened, you know, and when I'm at that place, and then if you want to overstimulate me then, but in the beginning, if you're trying to do that, it's don't do that. It's too much. It's too much. But yeah, it's kind of, it's almost like a subspace, really, like kind of when you reach a certain point, you just kind of can take more. And so never do that in the beginning. Right. For me, don't do that in the beginning. Don't overstimulate me in the beginning.
I think for me, overstimulation is one of those things that I can do for a partner, like especially my male partners, or actually no, both, just both in general. I like talking them through it and making them overstimulated. And just like kind of also edging them at the same time, you know, praising them, whatever I got to do for that moment. For me, though, I will purposely get angry. Don't do that shit. I don't want you to praise me while you're doing it. Don't do that because I want what I want. I want
praised.
No, I love
no. In that moment.
Oh, okay.
Because first of all, ma'am, who am I? Of course, I need to be praised for everything I do.
You're a good girl,
ma'am. Always. What are you talking about? And other words, but we'll get into that another time. We'll hear that at the feast, guys. Just let know that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Miss J is gonna be her best self. Anywho, we'll talk about that later. But Miss D, what else? You didn't have.
I had a question as far as overstimulation.
Sure.
So I seen like a video a while back, and someone was getting milk, as they call it. They call it milking, milking someone. And when they were doing that, they never stopped. Like they just kept doing it in the midst of him having the orgasm and everything. And I'm looking at that like, okay, that's an example of overstimulating him because they just kept going. And then she wasn't like doing it all fast and stuff. She, like her hands was full of the lube, obviously, while that was happening, but there was the ankles and then there was the motions of how she was doing it and how she was slowing down for him and stuff in the middle of him doing it. It was like almost torture play, almost like
I love milking. Like, it is so
milking is great. I love it.
It is almost a little torture, but it's not. It's not. I feel like it is until you're getting it done yourself.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. I do it to others. You ain't doing that shit to me. I'm too precious.
Like, because I know like they say like that the real male's orgasm is usually takes about a minute for it to actually be done. But this woman was doing that today. It just was like it just almost didn't stop. It looked like a string of pee was coming out. That's how much it was. Like, yo, that is wild. Like you had that all in you. Like,
is that what they say? Because that's beautiful. I love saying that shit. I love saying it because it's a praise. You're telling them how good they are.
It's so good.
Okay. So let's see again.
But that is overstimulation for sure, because most men after they orgasm, like they don't, hold on, don't touch, don't lick it, don't. So yeah, it is definitely a form of overstimulation. Absolutely.
So
understood.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, I didn't see anybody with needle play.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Girls, because we're black.
Yeah, no.
Well, you don't like corsetting?
It's not.
You don't like corsetting?
I do.
And not the corset itself. I mean like the piercing type situation.
No.
It's gonna hurt.
So I used to have the back of my neck pierced.
Yeah.
But I never like did anything with it, like tied anything to it or anything weird. Needles. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, that's how I said.
Yeah. I would say like it's something I'm interested in when it comes to corsetting. So I used to do this thing where it's kind of like sewing, I guess. So it'd be like you kind of like go in and out of the skin, the first layer, and then you kind of like make a design. You'll do whatever. It depends on your partner. That's what used to get done to me as well.
That is
I
crazy.
enjoy that. Girl, I like corsets a
Wow.
lot. I love it.
Okay, would
And then the
sound
heels.
fall under needle play?
Wait, say it again.
Would sounding fall under?
I personally say yes because you're
What is
putting.
sounding?
Sounding is when you take very, very thin, very tiny, small metal rods, and then they kind of get bigger and bigger. Like, you know how you gauge your ears? Like somebody's gauging their ears, they're making their ears stretch. So it comes like in different forms like that. But they're metal rods, so they start out very small and they can get bigger and bigger and bigger. But you just take the tip of the rod and you stick it in the urethra. So that is what sounding is. So you stick it in the tip or in the.
Sounds so painful.
So I was asking, would sounding be considered needle play? Because I don't think it would be, but Ms. J thinks it is.
I think, especially because you're inserting it into the flesh. You're inserting it to the flesh. That's how I would categorize.
I want to try the sounding on someone.
I'll find you somebody, girl. Let me
See,
know.
I think the reason why needle play doesn't appeal to me is because it goes back into that I don't like the stinging sensation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I think
needle.
it's a very niche kink. I don't think many people they'll have like a piercing kink or something like that, but it's not so much the needle kink, because I think like the ones that a lot of people use is like the more medical one where it's like those needles, and that's the one I don't fuck with.
Acupunctures, yeah.
Yeah, not so much acupuncture. They actually use like the long needles, like you see like from like a syringe. And then they'll like pierce the body, and I'm not into that.
Ooh.
That's too much.
Yeah, no.
This don't make my skin crawl.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, no.
But let's see. You also have
what do I have on here? Let's see.
You don't have role play. I'm surprised. You don't like role playing?
Because I'm really corny, guys. And
that's how I feel. Like
I just can't do it. Like
if I have to get into character and remember my script, I'm going to messing it all up. Like
I am a
so it's over for you, basically. Got it.
But I just can't stick to a script. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna do something goofy. It's just not gonna be sexy anymore. So I just stay away from role playing. Now you want me to dress up something cute? I'll do it.
Yeah.
Right. You want me to dress up? Okay. But when I have to have lines,
but play a character,
we've done
it. That's what
I'm gonna laugh.
But that's what you could do though. But like I said, like when it comes to role playing, you don't need to have like a full scenario. It's all about the improv. Everybody has a key, like the schoolgirl thing. You're the teacher. I'm not getting into all that shit. However, I'll wear the schoolgirl outfit.
I'll do the dressing up. But if you want me to say, I gotta respond.
I'm not doing it.
So real quick, basic.
Go ahead.
Do a Batman impersonation. Let me see.
Oh
no!
Basic trying to do a Batman impersonation. That's how he like do a role play for Batman.
No,
that's hilarious. Hey, I guess it could be a king. Go off. Somebody like Batman.
Yeah, no, I can't do role play just because I just can't. I can't do a role.
What is it technically supposed to consist of? Can it be anything? I'm just being silly with messing with her about it because she's just the way that I want to see the corny stuff.
And I can do it online. Like I can do it virtually. Like one time,
same.
Right, and we're texting. I'm this secretary lady. We're gonna meet up at this spot, and then like once, and we're doing it all week. Like it's so hot, it's so steamy. The conversation is like continuously. As soon as I get in person, I just forget that I'm this fucking person. Like I just drop the ball. Like I literally drop the ball. I just can't keep up with it in person and for life.
So is the consensus that we can do sexting and all that, but we can't do in person? Because I'm the same. I don't want to do shit in person. I'll do what is the whole thing? It's like every time they ask you a question in the middle of it, you just moan real loud so you don't have to answer the question. I'm like, I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing it.
That's just a good one. Moving. That's a good one. Just moans. Yeah. You don't have to answer.
Just all like,
the snitching that you just did right now is wild.
Right. That
Oh,
was
that's
dry snitching like crazy. So
I'm
wait,
gonna
Mr.
do it.
Hennessy, are you saying we're all agreeing that we can't role play? Are you saying you can role
Yep.
play?
No.
I probably could, depending on who it is.
Who would you? What?
Have you role play? Let me reword these questions. to him.
Right.
I see,
Ask
basic.
him, have you done
Basic.
it?
I see what you're talking about. Basic. I see. You have to ask the question, sir. Have you role played?
I did maybe one time. It was pretty. It was a little corny. I was a lot younger, so. But I tried.
But nothing as of lately. Nothing recently. Okay. Okay.
But I tried it once because it was funny. So that's when I knew, like, all right, it's a little goofy, but I feel like I liked it a little bit. Like, it was cool.
I get you. Look, I don't
It
like
sounds
laughing.
you got a lot of things to dive back into.
Probably.
Okay.
You see, it's very ambiguous. It's like maybe we'll see.
It's okay.
And then they'd be like, come back later, and it's like, oh shit, he did these now. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for you to tell me you actually did it. That's the thing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, we're good. We need to get more information out of you. So here's another one. What else did you have? You have warism, financial domination. You have a half filled.
That's what I want to know about. I want to know how that works.
Explain. I'm always talking about this
femdom.
shit. So,
okay, so I put half because I love all the femdoms. Like, I love them, respect them. I think it's great, but also I have half because I don't do that really.
Yeah.
So, so it's just like I support it and love it when I see it, but also like it's just like not my lane. So I stay out of it a little bit. It used to be my lane. It used to be very fun, but I used to be very young, and it's just like not my or not. Yeah.
I think that's what we were discussing earlier. It's like when it comes to entering into a lot of
the definition of him now.
Exactly. It's like the first thing you do that especially a lot of young women get into is financial domination. And because it's easy, or at least they think it's easy, because it's not. You deal with a lot of stress, to be honest with it. And stress being because, like, I know when I started a billion years ago now, I was professional for a little bit with it. You have to kind of vet real hard with those individuals, especially the ways I did it. I did it with blackmail. I did it with what was the other one? Humiliation. I used to do a lot of humiliation ones. The blackmail one was always my favorite because their stories are always crazy. Like, don't tell my wife, don't tell my fucking mom, I live with her and shit. And then the whole kink is that, like, if you don't give me your money, I'm gonna call your wife, and I will call them on 3-way, which was great.
Oh,
but a lot of
a-hole. Oh man.
no. But that's the kink. That's
the kink. Okay.
Yeah,
I know, just hearing it, not saying you, but just that nature.
No,
just
exactly.
like,
well, that's the thing. It's like, so financial domination also, I feel personally, it can go under a lot of people's understanding under different names. It could just be goddess treatment, princess. I know, like, back in the day, everybody was reading a book, and that's what inspired a lot of college girls to do it. I forget the name of it, but it was pretty much like how to get your college paid off by sugar daddy. It's like pretty much a sugar daddy situation where they would pay your bills. So financial domination is pretty much the control of your finances in any way that means. So let's say if I was Ms. D submissive and I want her to be my goddess or princess, whatever the hell she wants me to call her, then I would give her my credit card information. I would give her whatever she needs to, like, whatever her agreement is. And then she would know, like, how much my paycheck was. So when the paycheck hits, she's like, okay, cool. This is my bill. This is this. This is that. You got $2 left in your account now. So make it work because I have other bills. Or I'm telling your wife. Or I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Whatever the kink was or whatever the agreement was, that's how it, goes for. And a lot of young girls at the time, they'll start with this thinking that's how easy it is. And it's not, because you got to vet them. A lot of what the submissives do when it comes to that kink is that they really fucking waste your time, because that's also part of the kink too. They want you to get mad at them and curse at them. That's why I don't get mad at men, especially like submissives, because I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, bye, click, and I'm out. Because you want me to get mad at you and degrade you and tell you that you ain't shit, and that's money that I'm losing. I'm not dealing with that.
And for the femdom on the other side, like for the men, because it's usually a man, an older man.
Exactly.
For them, it's usually like not a sexual kink. It is like that rock bottom feeling. Like, oh my God, like how am I going to make this work? I have no money. I'm going to lose all of my things and this person that I'm desiring. That is their kink, is that they are the virgin and everything.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's very different, many different levels of that.
And honestly, as much as I used to love it, it's annoying as hell, and I just don't got the patience for it anymore. One thing, when I got a little older, I was like, peace out. Very competitive too. So if anybody's ever interested in that, please do your research. Don't let it discourage you if it doesn't turn out right. Find something else, because that world is very competitive, and bitches be crazy. And I say that respectfully, but also disrespectfully, because the amount of negative things that happen in those circles is wild for no fucking reason. I remember like getting not doxxed, but I had a friend who got doxxed. She was also a teacher. And because a submissive was upset, or a challenging dominant was upset that they stole their submissive, they hacked their school computer and posted all of the teacher's information.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I said, because I was like, yo, I'm in college. Like, you're not fucking up my life. Goodbye. I'll do other things. But, and plus, like, in my opinion, everything is money when you're a dominant, in the lifestyle. So you're going to pay me anyway. I don't have to do the extra shit anymore. That's it.
Basically, could you financially like take advantage of someone if they wanted it? Like they wanted you to take $500 a week from them.
When you say it that way, I'd be like, yeah, give me your money. I don't know. I think I'm not gonna lie. I think it'd be difficult for me to do.
Okay.
I think I would possibly entertain the idea, but I think almost for the same reasons why role play might be difficult for me, I would overthink it too much. Like I would be thinking about the end consequences, or where does this go, or like what am I saying, or what are the real consequences? Like, what are we playing with too much here? I think I would be so into that it wouldn't even be fun for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
I will say that.
No, that makes sense. And I think that's why it's so big. Like the word, like in our community of like consent and communication is so big, because like definitely that would be a conversation. Like, no, it is okay, and this is where you can do with these finances, or like, at some point tap me out. Like when I'm hitting this amount, it's not a game anymore. We're done. Like there are those like talks and negotiations with everything. If there isn't, it is a problem.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Because you should never, even though like, I think not the joke is, but it'll be like, as a dominant, we're like, we want to ruin your life or whatever. We actually don't want that. We don't want to get to a point where you can't keep having an enjoyable time. That's what this is about. Like, kink of most types are meant to be a safe space for expression and to help with, whatever you're going through. Maybe you're too much stress in the world or that you're dealing with. Maybe you just need to be embraced. Maybe, a lot of submissives are actually a lot more dominant in their everyday life. So they want to have that liberty to just like drop everything and have somebody else take control. So we're offering that service, in any form, to give these people, or to give us the safe space to do so. So why not? But again, the fantasy is still fantasy. And we have that understanding that we're not trying to actually cause harm or mess up anything. because then we can't have you back. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't trust us. And again, trust is very big for us.
Right.
So if we're actually doing something that's going to cross a line, you'll never be back. You're never going to trust us. And we don't want that to ever happen. We want to keep our community growing in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you'll get kicked out of this.
Beautiful stuff, y'all.
Yes, and we're gonna wrap it up there. That was a lot of jars, okay?
Girl, there was a lot of fucking jars, yo. But
y'all podcast at and tune in and lock into y'all.
Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna take reins. I'm having fun sitting back being the
right. I know you're having a little too much fun. You're a little too relaxed.
Very relaxed. Camera off, relaxed.
Right.
Yeah.
Too relaxed.
Time out. I had to walk some. Listen, y'all right, but anyway, I'll come back on. Hold on. All right, so look, y'all can follow us on YouTube. We got Questions Podcast. We are live on there right now. Some of our people are here. They might have left. I don't know for sure, but make sure y'all following these ladies right here.
They're probably like, who the hell is this on y'all show?
Yeah, exactly.
No. Because they I think I put it in the description and stuff, because when you go to do all that, you put in the description exactly what we're doing. So I made sure that I put that we were on y'all podcast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And but yes, follow us there on YouTube. We got Questions Podcast. But obviously we have gained traction, because now when you look up We Got Questions, we are going to be the first thing you probably see.
Hey,
when we
love that.
When we first started, you got to go deep to find us. Now we're sitting at the top, so
we love
nice.
That. Congrats. Yeah. All right, and of course, Ms. D, where can we find you?
On all social media at Miss DX. That is MZDEPX. And we have the Cookout Munch coming up on Wednesday. Yes, come. Okay, listen. Costumes are encouraged but not required. You do not have to come in a costume, but I'm going to DIY something. Okay. We're giving a little Shigo tonight, and I will be giving something at the Cookout Munch. The Cookout Munch, for anybody that is tuned in, is a meetup. It is an after-work mixer. That's how I describe it. It is for Black and brown people in the lifestyle. There is no weird shit happening. There's no kink shit happening. Everybody's dressed coming from work. Maybe you'll see a costume if you come out this Wednesday, but it's very casual.
I will be dressing up.
It's just like an introduction, a meet and greet. We play a lot of games. We play Taboo. We play Uno. We had a spades tournament. It's hella Black. The food is great. It's drink specials, and come out and meet some great people. It's a great time.
Also,
I was gonna say, I got a lot of things coming up, child.
Ma'am, first of all, this event is also important. If you're trying to go to the feast, y'all, which we're gonna put that little flyer up right quick. The feast, of course, is going to be Ms. D's hosted play party, which we're going to get into more details a little later on. This event here, the Cookout Munch on the 30th, is one of the locations you can get vetted in person. You cannot attend this party. You will not get to know where it's at. You will not get to even purchase a ticket unless you go meet her face to face. Let's remember that, please, because we're not pushing that.
It's very, very top secret.
Top secret. It's a luxury to even know about it, guys. So at least you get to know about it.
The feast is happening. It is a Black POC play party, and it is happening in the Philadelphia area. It is a secret location. It is heavily vetted. All of my events are lifestyle. They are all POC, but for the most part, everything that I host is very vanilla. It is very friendly for a lot of people to come out to. This is not one of those. This is a full lifestyle play party. So if you are not interested in that, then you don't have to get vetted. But I mean, if you are, you should come out to the Cookout, or the Kiki Munch is a queer munch that I also throw in Philadelphia. It's November 14th at 148 Lounge on South Street. So you can come out at it there, or the next month following Cookout. Exactly. So that's all I got, guys. This is a ramble. Sorry.
And when in doubt, just follow Ms. D or Sexually Speaking on all social media. We post this stuff all the time to make sure and remind you guys. Love that. Thank you.
Yay.
We love to educate and connect. So just to give me some updated stuff, guys. Of course, you can find me on Obey Miss J on anything kink related on all social media, which includes, everything. Don't talk to me on any of my personal accounts about kink. Even if you add me and I add you, it's fine. But don't talk kink, you will be blocked. That's it. For me, I'm going to be on a show tomorrow with also Talks podcast with our special guest, Siempre de Amor. We're going to be talking about traditions in lore for Halloween, as well as in Puerto Rico and the US, because I forgot where I live for a second. And of course, a new show's coming out that I'm going to be a part of, guys. It's called We're Just Roommates. I swear. It's about sex, love, dating, and everything in between, and just breaking that shit down, because guess what? The shit is crazy. Why is it hard? We don't know, but we're gonna talk it out, invent it. Join us, have fun. Thank you guys so much for being a part of us today. It was an honor. It was a blessing. It was great. We are actually going to end the show right now. If you have anything else,
you have one more.
What?
November 9th, Sexually Speaking will be at Made at the W Hotel in Philadelphia, doing a live podcast there and live stream reviews at the W for the Made reunion, and it's going to be dope. And come check us out. Yeah,
girl, how could I forget that? My bad. That all that information, of course, is going to be on our social media accounts on the 9th, on the 8th. On the 8th, it's going to be on the 8th, and join the live show. I'm actually really excited. We're doing interviews. We're gonna be doing the live show, so be prepared. And Miss Jasmine,
soiree. Everybody's gonna be at the W, dressed to the T in their
drinks.
Sneakers. I'm excited to see everybody in their designer shoes. I'm excited.
I love.
Will be in heels. I won't be in sneakers though.
I'm being in heels. I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But Miss J's whole objective for that night, besides being one of the awesome hosts of our beautiful show, is to make y'all motherfuckers blush. Because I want to make y'all blush when I ask y'all questions. I'm excited. So be prepared. But I love to get
got questions on YouTube.
Yep.
Mike, you didn't mention tomorrow is our Halloween special. We're just dressing up. We're doing our top 10 horror films. We'll probably do some more little fun Halloween-y stuff. But yeah. Tomorrow at 7. We got
tomorrow at 7?
Yes.
Perfect. I love that. I'll definitely tune in.
Be in there.
All right. So we'll see you guys. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Be safe.
I feel like